see the exact line, okay? Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. Now, technically speaking, if we're going off of grammatic English,
Okay.
he's saying, I can talk about black women, and that's law.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black
So
woman.
he's basically saying all white comedians
Are only allowed to
talk about black women.
exclusively.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're
Kendrick.
back, we're back.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a law.
Finally, he understands
It's a
it.
law.
Now I understand why he's doing a comedy with the South Park creators.
that makes
Because
sense.
he appreciates white comedians that make fun of black people.
There you go.
And they've done that brilliantly for decades.
Yeah, that's true.
And he would never want to, break one of his own laws.
No, that's true.
I mean, didn't they have a character called Token on the South Park show?
Yeah, they do.
Which I'm sure Kendrick is a big.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep pausing this. I swear to God, I'm going to let it play. I have not seen this whole clip. This is so corny. His pod mate. Yeah. And Schultz, I love you, man.
Mind you, it's only the other white guy. Like the black dude and this is quiet. It's only the other way. Yeah, it was Token.
No,
it
this
was.
This is he talking too.
Is he talking? I thought it was the white dude talking.
No, this is him agree. Wait.
You like,
Fair
you
enough.
like, you like bouncing with him.
I mean, didn't they have a character called Token on the South Park show?
Yeah, they do.
Which I'm sure Kendrick
God,
is a fan of.
That's true.
He must be a big fan if he's
true.
going to do a comedy with them. I mean, we can look that up. Apparently, he has a comedy coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fact.
But Al, you're getting groomed right now. We need to ungroom.
Yeah, you are.
We need to ungroom you right now.
Let's see.
Okay? I mean that Blizzard, because he sent people, he says slide on, what he said, slide on, where's the line? Okay. The N-words that being groomed, slide on both of them. Whoa, that seems like a call to violence.
It does.
Why would he call to, if he's about protecting black people, why would the call to violence be towards the black dudes, not the white guy making the joke?
Well, you gotta understand.
What?
Well, no. You gotta understand.
I snitch. I cooperate. I tell.
Litigation.
Okay? You go squabble up in a jail cell.
Here's what you gotta understand about Kendrick. It's very important to him to protect black women. That's why he's never done a song with an abuser confirmed. He's never done a song
thank
with
God.
anybody
Thank God.
that's
Thank God.
suspected of abuse.
Thank
He's
God.
never threatened to remove his music from Spotify
Thank
because
God.
they removed R. Kelly's music, who for sure fucked and held captive underage black women.
Hold on.
This is all very important to Kendrick.
Wait a minute, just let me understand what's going on here, because I think that you're using sarcasm as a comedic device.
It is a comedic device.
But you're so smart right now that I don't know if you're serious or making jokes. Are you saying that Kendrick Lamar put it on wax that he is protecting black women from white comedians' jokes, but not the kidnapping?
Now and just to break it up from the continuous clip, because we haven't even gotten to the big part as to what he said. Y'all, just based off of what we heard so far, what are your thoughts on this clip?
Oh, easy. He's spitting. A lot of hypocrisy going on. My guy Andrew, my guy Schultz, as we call him in the community. Yeah, he's spitting. You was out here ready to remove your music for R. Kelly, but making some jokes about black women and we gonna put me on the album? All right. Hey, what did he say that was wrong is what I would ask. Anybody, chat, what did he say that was wrong? It is corny. But sometimes the truth is corny.
Yo, that's great. Sometimes the truth is corny. I just like to hear more. That's where I stand.
No,
Let me.
you gotta have a
Let me hear
stance.
more, man.
Bezos, do you feel like this has, as the chat is saying, racial undertones?
Definitely. I mean, race is definitely a big part of this. Is it an undertone? I don't even think it's an undertone at this point. It's the main topic. It is the tone. So, I just heard one tweet where like he talked about doing something to Kendrick. I'm pretty sure you're about to play it, but
It's coming up.
Oh yeah.
Of R. Kelly. And actually, in reality, he would take his own music off Spotify to protect R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Someone who's kidnapped,
A sexual
molested,
predator, yeah.
and black women.
Oof, children.
Are you saying that he's done songs with other men who have potentially put hands on black
Not
women?
potentially confirmed.
Wait a minute, convicted?
Yeah, I don't know what you call Chris Brown, but yeah, whatever that is.
Not breezy. Not breezy. I took a picture with Chris Brown. Hey, bro, I took a picture with him immediately.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
We ain't protecting nobody. Y'all can protect your fucking self.
Everybody gets these jokes over here.
So that is apparently the setup of it, and I wanted to play it before we got into the actual meat and potatoes as to what he said. So Andrew Schultz sets it up like that. I think that we can kind of assume what his meanings are, what his thoughts are, and everything on that. But then he continues to delve into the conversation and take it just another step further. I'm almost certain this is the clip. Takes it another step further.
I mean, it's crazy.
He did.
But I need Kendrick. I need you to do it, Kendrick.
You want to squabble up with Kenny?
No. I mean, here's the thing. This is the thing that is kind of funny about it. Is like first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all would do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him, and there's nothing he could do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him, and the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do.
The Indian dude thinks that this is like the
That's crazy. He's dying.
He thinks that this is the funniest joke he has ever. Look at his face.
That ass.
And the job market is terrible, right? The job market is bad, but I'm not gonna lie. This is, even if you thought it was funny, I don't think anybody thought it was this funny. It's kind of crazy.
Cackling is crazy.
Lamar, I would make love to him, and the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only.
He the only one laughing
the
that
only
hard.
one laughing.
Nah,
I ain't
that's
gonna
kind of
lie.
crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. It's not even. He the only
Look
one
at
laughing.
bro. Well,
He looked like he definitely don't want to be there. Middle dude is also, he trying to research it off. Why? Are they
middle
also,
dude definitely the PR dude. Like, fuck, I gotta reply to the tweets after this. Oh, okay.
Also, why are they forced to sit this like on one couch?
Really tight as hell.
Intimate conversation, man. Real convo.
Nah, because then they moving too much.
Omar, you notice Andrew
Look
go
at
like
their
this too
knees.
much on the arm?
Yeah, because he's
like,
all
damn,
over. That's the
would
other
we
thing.
do that? Like if we had an IRL pod just touching each other's arms like this? Like,
But
all right.
if this is not what this is. If your lease isn't good enough, like you can't afford more space. So like on the Joe Budden podcast, they have 2 full couches in
Well, I
their
don't know if that's
shits.
them though, but I feel that.
What should be?
They got a crazy Patreon.
Oh, I'm just saying they can afford to get a bigger space. But Schultz, they're maximizing the space that they have. We do a virtual podcast. Who might have talked, right? But at that point, their knees are touching. Okay, let me play it because look at Buddy dying. Look at Buddy dying laughing.
thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell, there's a chance that if we're in a cell and we're bored and we done tattooing each other, whatever you do in the cell, and we ran out of board games and we did all the other things, we cleaned everything, and I'm like, man, I might as well fuck you. There's nothing he could physically do to stop that. Besides
He
put his
really
legs
is
in
the only
there
one
and
laughing.
choose a
That's
position. Maybe I'll let him choose a
Why are you
position.
pulling this picture up, Mark? Why are you doing this?
Put up that picture of him and Travis Kelce's girl. Look at that shit.
Oh my God, dude,
Okay,
that's
there it is.
unbelievable.
Yo, I'll be honest. I would go so far as to say I don't think he could stop most people on the planet from having sex with him. Like, the only reason he got security is to stop people from having sex with him whenever he wants. Now,
I ain't gonna lie, he forcing it, ain't it? He taking it there.
You ever like force your laugh too much that like your head actually hurts because you're forcing it? Like I know his head hurts.
I mean, even the
I've
dude.
done that before.
I'm talking about Schultz in the joke. Like it's still going.
Yeah.
There's still
This is
time
actually
left?
corny though.
Yeah,
Like,
Damo, there's still. Sorry, there's still time left.
Don't get me wrong. There's people who could fuck me against my will. I was in an elevator once with this drag queen, and this motherfucker was like 6'5".
Oh, yeah.
And we're in the elevator, and we're going down. I'm like, yo, if he wanted to take it, I gotta cause a ruckus or something like that. Like, I gotta shit my pants. I gotta do something. I gotta do something to stop. He might enjoy it. I have no clue what they're into, but I know with Kendrick that he's talking a lot of shit. But if it came down to it, I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle. I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle and make love to him if I wanted to, and there's nothing he could do about it. I might not be hard. Dick might just slap soft against his butt.
But you could just beat him up.
And what's crazy is
that last sentence was just.
what's crazy is we might have to find like the full clip. Cause no, cause what if there is more? What if there is more? That was a long 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
That was, bro.
And then, okay. I mean, I know that this is Damo's guy. He just proclaimed that this was his guy. Damo, had you seen the whole video before this?
Not the whole video. I seen part of it.
Okay. He drug it to high heavens.
Definitely did drag it. There's no sugarcoating that. It was drug. I don't know if anybody's seen. Well, to the people that didn't see this space Omar had about this topic earlier, I said it. I mean, hey, it's not the funniest joke in the world, but like I said earlier, he had two options. Kendrick, you can catch these hands, or you can catch this dick. And he went with the funnier option. Catching this dick is funnier than catch these hands. Now, are either funny? No, one is funnier though.
What? He went with both, by the way. Like I don't. He was like, I'm still gonna beat you up. Like,
did he say that? I thought he said, "No, I can't." Well, yeah, probably because
at the end it was like, like his, like the people around him, he'll cut me up and all this shit. But if it's just Kendrick, like, he can't do shit about me. I think that was his overall.
Yeah, no, his overarching point is, I'll fuck you.
Yeah, I think for me, and this is just with any comedian, but really like anyone on the internet, bro, get whatever joke you want off. But like, be ready to deal with the repercussions if you anger the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick, Andrew definitely made a joke that Kendrick didn't make lightly, or take lightly, excuse me, and he got called out for it. So if this is his response, this is his response. But I think that's what you have to. That's a part of you being a comedian, especially nowadays. But I think even ever, if you make a joke, you got to deal with the repercussions of angering certain people. So.
I do think, and maybe I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong about this. I wonder if comedians in the past retaliated to criticism this much as they do like today. I probably just said the same thing over.
Yes.
I think they did. They just didn't have a public platform like Andrew Schultz. They probably joked about it privately and shit.
Not even probably. They'll be at some hole in the wall comedy bar, and it'll be, you had to be there that Saturday night where Red Fox came up there and he let motherfuckers say he was talking his shit. Like, yes, that's happened. They went up there and they had childish jokes. They'll get up there and talk about how little your dick is. And I'm sorry. Shit get childish. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat and I've seen the sentiment, oh my God, grape jokes in 24. Oh man, I seen Cruz say this should be funny for fourth graders. You'll be surprised how many comedians default on the fly in the freestyle to just childish jokes just to get a quick laugh.
Well, no. Let me be clear as to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they go at hecklers. Like they go at hecklers. They go at some of these bigger names. But even this is just me thinking. I don't know if y'all have seen like some real right-wing comedy, like Rosie O'Donnell recently. Rosie O'Donnell, like, and this is maybe within the past, let's just say 2 years, damn near did a whole stand-up just going at the different people who criticized her or criticized Trump or criticized like Republicans or whatever. But that was the whole stand-up. And that's been like a pretty common theme of like these comedians taking these things to heart so much, and then on their biggest platforms, they spend a good portion of it just going back at it. And I'm think this is one of the most like heavily criticized fields. So I just think that might be wasteful. But even if to square back on topic, yeah, I don't want to repeat too much of what's being said. It was racist. It wasn't funny.
Omar, you hate basketball, right?
Yeah, that may be true. That's at least what the streets are saying.
Now, what if I told you you can make money hating on basketball?
I'm listening.
Well, thanks to the sponsor of this video, PrizePicks, you can make up to 100 times the money that you put in.
Ooh, wait, and that means during this basketball season, I can test my skills and turn $100 into $1,000 thanks to PrizePicks.
It's pretty easy to make lineups on PrizePicks. They have a bunch of different sports you can choose from. And then within those sports, they have a bunch of different categories. You can go to points, rebounds, assists. And if you really know what you're doing, all you gotta do is click more or less on your favorite player, and you can win a bunch of money on PrizePicks. All you gotta do is select more, select less, just make sure they're not on the same team, put in the amount you're comfortable with, and press submit lineup to submit a lineup. Go to prizepicks.com and use code LKIB to receive a guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineups. Thanks to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. Once again, links to everything will be in the description, and back to the video.
I don't know too many people who truly thought this specific thing from Andrew Schultz was funny. And then the combination of the first clip that we watched and this clip that we watched, you could tell that he's like definitely like super duper hurt. But
do you think he's hurt or he's just trying to get the clip off?
8 minutes of this makes me think that he's hurt.
Niggas be bored.
I don't know if you've seen an act stream.
I'm about to say, niggas be bored and they will try to. The clip to us might be 5 minutes. To somebody else, the clip is half their podcast. Like, that's the clip. That's going to be the talking point. Who knows what their meeting was like before their pod or to set that up. But I'm just saying, how much of that do you really think that he genuinely is just hurt?
Act be hurt too. Act be hurt. And let me say, I think he's hurt because he could be bored. He could also be hurt. So him not mentioning himself by name, like him not saying Andrew Schultz by name, and you picking that up, you were intentionally listening, and your team was intentionally listening to bring this to your attention, which is fine. You were listening to an album, cool. This one thing rung off, and you felt as if it was applicable to you, and that you had to run with it for this 8-minute clip, where you took what could have been, again, he could have addressed it. We talked about it in the Twitter space earlier. Yo, he's just challenging his manhood. He could have challenged his manhood in 50 other ways than saying, I would jam my soft penis on your booty.
Yeah, that was just, yeah. That's where it got corny. Because if it was just a response to like Kendrick's points or even like trying to bring facts to the table, like there's a conversation there, but taking it to the, yeah, I'm gonna grape you, like, pretty much, like, what? How'd we get here? Like, what the fuck?
Super crazy, and I agree. My only, it's not even pushback. It's just, y'all know me. I'm Mr. Consistency, and I'm glad Omar brought up Ack, my guy, being hurt over a lot of situations. I just find it crazy that, and before, let me put my sage and preference myself. No one is saying that grape jokes are okay. I get it. It was weird. It was corny. I don't like it. I understand that. All I'm saying is, and chat, y'all know I'm Mr. Consistency. I just wish a lot of people would keep it consistent. I said it earlier. I did not see this outrage when Saucy Santana threatened to take Ack's butt. Now, I've seen so many people say, oh, people don't like Ack. The internet don't like Ack. Oh, Ack community toxic. Of course they're going to make jokes. Wasn't people in Ack's community laughing and making jokes when he went on stream crying because that nigga Saucy Santana said, I'll knock you out and take your butt, and was dead serious? He was on stream crying that night because he couldn't say nothing back because, one, he'll get canceled, and two, I don't know how you reply to somebody that like butt saying they gonna take yours. That shit feels scary. Man, I'm not even gonna go there, but that shit feels scary to me. So
Put your hands
I've seen a lot of people making.
Let me stop.
Hey, and not initiate the first part of what he said, but I just didn't see the outrage. I didn't see the people saying how weird it was. I didn't as much. Like, again, there were people that was like, all right, Saucy's bugging, cool. But to the point to where it's a talking point for the pod, talking point for so many different think pieces, didn't see it.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Saucy is actually gay. That's the difference.
It doesn't make it okay.
That's not a justification.
That does not make it. That makes it worse.
You really bought this. Like, that's the difference.
The difference is Saucy will really do it.
No, you don't get it. It wouldn't be
like,
soft.
he's not joking.
It wouldn't be soft. It
wouldn't be soft.
It would be.
He wouldn't be flaccid.
It would be hard
really
for
do it.
100%. He's like,
You gonna feel the difference.
man, y'all don't know Saucy.
And real quick, this nigga
Nigga saying, why is it funny now? It's not funny now. It's just this person's justification.
Again, I'm seeing somebody say, it was Junior. Oh no, some people did say. Again, I'm not saying no one. I'm saying it did not reach the points that this is reaching. There are so many. This is way bigger, and you can say, oh, because the names involved. If that's the justification, that's the justification. It's bigger names, cool. I'm just saying, I did not see this amount of outrage. I didn't see, and it's some of the same people on my timeline. They just glossed over it when it was at whatever.
Let me ask you this. How did the Atkins Saucy thing start? Because this is when you have the conversation about consistency. My whole thing is, if the situations aren't equal 100%, then that's where you can introduce gray. And I think that the dynamics in these are different as well. Hopefully we don't get hit with the ADL, but Andrew Schultz being a Jewish man, a Jewish white man, talking about taking the behind of a black man, and there being some parallels to a bunch of different things in that conversation, dots to be connected, as the kids would say. They said Schultz is Jewish. Is Schultz not Jewish now?
Oh my God.
He's not Jewish. Yeah,
okay. Well, that's fine too. Schultz being a white man still taking a black man's behind. I think that's. Somebody say he is Somali. What's it called? How did the whole academic society
was talking crazy. That was when he was talking crazy about the city girls, X, Y, and Z, and then Saucy jumped in. And I want to say Saucy made it said something, and then Act said something about Saucy or whatever the case is, said whatever, and then Saucy replied with, "I'll knock you out and take that booty," and Act started crying. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, I don't. If these things were directed, I think that also may make a little bit of a difference. Not saying that what Saucy said was correct, and I'm not going to invalidate what your timeline said. But both situations are bad. People shouldn't be joking about taking men's butts, and I don't even think either of these were jokes. Like that's the thing about it. Like I know Andrew told his friend, like, yo, ham it up right here, like laugh, brother, like because I can't sell it.
That's the tap. Like, yo, this is it right here.
If I can't like really sell it if you don't you know what I'm saying, if you don't really get into it. But like I don't know how much joke is in either of those.
I mean, I do want to ask y'all this two-part question. First part is, do y'all think making fun of people in general is like a core quality of being a comedian?
No, the core quality is being funny. That's the core quality. Being funny.
But you would say it's really hard to be a comedian without making fun of people, right?
Really hard?
It's really hard for an untalented comedian to be funny without making fun of people, yes.
Okay.
Because if you're talented, you can make up for it. Talent makes up for a lot of shit. So
well, that's fair. Well,
just like
the second
comics, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, just like how there's comics that'll be completely funny without cussing. And some people will think it is impossible to be funny without cursing. But there's comics that are genuinely funny as hell and they won't curse.
Okay. Yeah, there's comics that don't even talk. So like I think what Damo is saying is true. The core essence is being funny. How you deliver it is there. Now, if you talk about being an edgy comic, I guess, and maybe that's what Schultz and them, kind of align with, I think that that's there. Also, I did want to say before I ask my next question too. I hate the whole let me police this person in these regards here to try to bring him out to be a hypocrite. Again, you trying to distract and detract from a situation doesn't necessarily make it right. Like, I'm not gonna, maybe a smarter brain, if we're thinking that it's Andrew Schultz, right? And Kendrick is saying a white comedian shouldn't make a joke about black women. And he's going down the reasons why. Somebody coming, didn't you get a speeding ticket? The fuck are you talking for? Like, why are you talking? I don't think that that's the right way to, what's it called? I don't think that that's the right way to approach having those conversations. I actually think that that's pretty corny.
I mean, the second part to my question was just like, if you are a comedian that is gonna make fun of people, and this is for really anyone, it doesn't have to necessarily be like a white comedian making fun of black people, but would y'all rather be a case of like, all right, if you're gonna make these race-based jokes, just dish it out equally, or just shut the fuck up and don't make race jokes whatsoever?
I'm on the side of dish it out equally. Either dish it out equally or don't do it at all. Either all of it's funny or none of it's funny. If you're gonna joke about black people, joke about white people, yellow people, brown people, purple people, joke about everybody. Don't target one.
Yeah, that's where Dave Chappelle got in trouble in his last couple of stand-ups. Is that like, okay, yeah, Dave Chappelle, no holds bar, okay, he's getting the trans people. All right, that's cool. They're tripping, right? They're tripping. And then he came back and he did it. Okay, I mean, he's addressing some of the haters. He's dragging it, but and then the third one, it was like, all right. Now, I didn't think any of it was funny personally. I want to acknowledge that, but once he got to the third one, it was like, damn.
I don't listen to Andrew enough, so maybe he does like dish out certain jokes disproportionately. But I'm just saying, like, within the initial clip, he did say like, everyone get to smoke around here. Like, this isn't.
They say that, but they say that, but everybody just because of the nature of how much time you have, what communities you're in, what people you actually deal with. I know for a fact that you are only talking about a certain type of people. When they talk about that, they say the LGBTQ plus or IA plus or whatever, however they stop it, they are only talking about like two people, and 9 times out of 10, they're talking about trans people. I'm not gonna lie to you. They aren't making Damo.
Listen, all I'm saying is when it comes to them, they are open to joking about anybody. It's just unless you're in close proximity or it's like they'll say anybody can get the smoke, but they're not gonna just randomly start joking on Cambodian people. But if a Cambodian person comes on the show or there's a Cambodian person on the topic, they'll get a Cambodian joke off. I think that's the difference. From what I know with them.
If we're just talking about the general concept, I'm talking about the general concept of everybody gets to smoke. 9 times out of 10, it is literally just this subsection, and that may be the claim. Oh well, I just talk about because that's what we talk about. We're talking about black people right now, and it looks strange when we go back through the catalog and all you're talking about is black people. It looks strange when you say the LGBTQ. And I ain't gonna lie, you have not made a bi joke in like 6 years.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, don't claim that you're handing out the smoke equally for everyone and you're not actually doing it. But I will. I'm about to ask Damo this because from everything I've seen with people trying to defend Andrew Schultz, they have been saying that he genuinely, maybe not exactly 20%, maybe 18, 19 there and there, but for the most part, he does dish it out equally, right? From my understanding.
Yes, he dishes the shit out equally. I just feel like it is very bold or is very, for this case, it's kind of crazy to say that to have the statement like Omar had, or to assume like because of the clips you've seen or what's being talked about, that's all they talk about. Because when they pull up episode 281 that was on a Wednesday that nobody watched, and they was sitting there ripping on igloos and Eskimos. Pray to God Eskimo isn't a slur now. I don't know.
It is.
Jesus, like, man, I think igloos actually is. I think igloos is. God damn it.
Eskimos is a slur for
well, those people, that's worse.
Whoa.
Yeah. Didn't say that, chat.
Go ahead, man.
But regardless, that's when they're getting their jokes off about people that are indigenous to the North American very cold climates. Like, I don't fucking know. See, this is crazy. And this is why everybody get jokes equally, because you end up like this. You don't know what to say. But he genuinely is like, he does dishes out equally.
And again, and we can keep pushing on because I think we're saying the same thing. I don't know about Andrew Schultz, but just the generalized concept of these comedians that feel like everyone are equal opportunists. Hey, it sounds like that until people dig into the meat and potatoes, or the clips that surface is only about one selective group of people.